Good day, I am KATHLYN Montesa. Now, for today's video, I'm going to present to you the definition of biodiversity and its types. So, what is biodiversity? Biodiversity was coined in 1985. It is important in natural as well as artificial ecosystem. It deals with the nature's variety, the biosphere, and refers to the variabilities among plants, animals, and microorganism species. Biodiversity and includes the number of different organisms and their relative frequencies in the ecosystem. It also reflects that the organization of organisms at different levels. So biodiversity holds ecological and economic significance. It provides us the nourishment, housing, fuel, clothing, and several other resources. It also extracts monetary benefits through tourism. Therefore, it is very important to have a good knowledge of biodiversity for sustainable livelihood. So, there are different kinds of biodiversity: species diversity, genetic diversity, ecological diversity, and functional diversity. The first one is the species diversity. It refers to the variety of different types of species found in particular area. So, no two individuals of the same species are exactly similar. For example, humans show a lot of diversity among themselves. It is a biodiversity at the most basic level. It includes all species ranging from plants to different microorganisms. The second one is the genetic diversity. It describes how closely related the members of one species are in a given ecosystem. In simple terms, if all members have many similar genes, the species has low genetic diversity. Because of their small populations, endangered species have a low genetic diversity due to the inbreeding. This can be posed as a threat to the population if it leads to the inheritance of undesirable traits or makes the species more susceptible to disease. Having high genetic diversity helps species to adapt the changing environments. The next one is the ecological diversity. Ecological diversity, it is a collection of living and non-living organisms and their interaction with each other. Ecological diversity refers to the variation in the plants and animal species living together connected by the food chains and the food web. It is the observed among the different ecosystems in a region. Diversity in a different ecosystem like deserts, rainforests, mangroves, etc. and include the ecological diversity. The last one is the functional diversity. In general, species rich ecosystem and presumed to have a high functional diversity because there are many species with many different behaviors. Understanding an ecosystem functional diversity can be used to ecologists trying to conserve and restore damage it. So, because ecology is trying to conserve and restore damage it, knowing that the behavior and growth of species can be point to gaps in a food cycle or ecological niches that are lacking species. The biodiversity in the Philippines is one of the 17 mega biodiverse countries containing 2/3 of the Earth's biodiversity. So how can we promote the biodiversity in the Philippines? Of course, first the conserve biodiversity in the forest areas and reduce forest degradation in priority watersheds, and build capacity to manage forest areas at the national and subnational levels. Also, strengthen disaster risk and reduction programs. So, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for listening. God bless.